from their newest album, Speak No Evil, the rhythm, Surf Monkeys. That's just who I have here tonight on Fresh Tracks for my Artist Spotlight. Hey, Matt Terry here with you from 7 until 8.
Criticize this, complain about that. You're throwing gasoline on the fire. Your problems online, I know where you dine. I shake my head, you're wasting my time. At the emergency room, close to doom and your gloom. Oh my God, I hope you're alive. Who cares? I don't care. Oh, you think you're really special? Who cares? I don't care. Yeah, you're being temperamental. I'm sorry, but I got my own pain. Have my ups and my downs and my rainy days. Don't need to show a cut on my hand. I know who you are. I don't give a damn. I see you got your brand new car, your diamond ring and a golden star. Don't feel the need to brag online. Some folks out here, they don't have a dime. Who cares? I don't care. Oh, you think you're really special? Who cares? I don't care. Oh, you're being temperamental. Who cares? I don't care. Oh, you think you're really special? Who cares? I don't care. Oh, you're being temperamental.
I have Jeff, Mike, and Jim from the group here, and we're talking tonight. I feel the chemistry with you guys. Jim, have you known these gentlemen, your band, for a long time?
Mike and I and Tommy, the drummer, go back a long way.
Yes.
Like we played together early 90s.
92 and 93, I was the chief engineer at a studio called Roar in Columbia at the time. And I met these, Tom, the drummer, and Jeff here, the guitarist in the band. We had a band called Tortures.
Mm-hmm.
And we did an album that never got released, but it was just a fun album, great original songs.
Great original songs.
And there was a chemistry there. And matter of fact, one of the songs that we did is on this album called Glass Horse, which is probably one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
And we put it on this album, but that's actually a Torture song written by Dave Salyers.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And
1990, I think we recorded it in 93.
we reworked it. Of course, Jeff and I probably played the same stuff we played back in '93, but the rest of the band, when they put their finger on it, gave it a
Well,
whole.
T probably plays it the same way that
Yeah,
he did back
he
then
does.
as well.
T does too. So
Well, I'll go back to that song, if I may, with Glass Horse.
Sure,
Is
yeah.
that if you're riding down the road listening to that song, you're going to start out probably doing about 55. And by the time Mr. Bober's hitting his guitar solo, you might be doing 75-80.
Yeah.
Because that is one wicked guitar solo that he plays.
It's a driving tune.
It is a driving tune.
That's one of my favorite solos of all time, and we recorded it in one take, and that was it. And it was just like, okay. So that song's kind of special to, I think, Jeff and everybody now, but Jeff and Tom and I.
In the background of it, absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, a lot of history there, man.
Just before the winter comes, just after the summer's gone, when the snow covers every trace and freezes days we can't replace. On a street paved with bricks, on a night when the wind licks the rain off of the roofs, comes a horse with glass hooves. Anything can happen on a night like this. Running up and feel the stars, comes looking for a wish. Anything can happen in a world like ours. Once alone their wishes come out looking for a star.
A distant light shines in the dark, a candle burning in the park. And we wiped out with a kiss. How sad it'd been if we had missed. Tell me secrets from the past, make my heart beat strong and fast. A light shines on those crystal shoes. The future's all we've got to lose. Anything can happen on a night like this. When an open field of stars comes looking for a wish. Anything can happen in a world like ours. Once the lonely wishes come out looking for a star. Dark, the moon shines bright. Your heart's to shine in the light. I never saw no mystery. The future feels like history. Press hard, our love won't break. I lie in bed, I feel you shake. Oh, said it would run its course, so shatter me like a glass horse. Anything can happen on a night like this. When an open field of stars comes looking for a wish. Anything can happen in a world like ours. Lonely wishes come out looking for a star. Summer's gone, when the snow covers every trace and freezes days we can't replace. On a street paved with bricks, on a night when the wind lifts the rain off of the roofs, comes a horse with glass hooves. Anything can happen on a night like this. When an open field of stars comes looking for a wish. Anything can happen in a world like ours. When the lonely wishes come out looking for a star.
91.1 WHFC, the song called Glass Horse. It is off of the newest album, Speak No Evil. I have three amazing fellas here in the studio tonight from my artist spotlight, Rhythm Surf Monkeys. I have Jim Hiltz, I have Jeff Bober, and Mike Hamilton from the group. and they are treating me to some of the inside stories here from this album. So, gentlemen, we touched on this chemistry and it really does shine through the way that all of you work together on this album. It's so obvious that you know each other's style, you know what to expect from one another, and it's led to really, really great music like this. So, talk to me just a little bit about, on that note, some of your training. Are you guys self-taught? Do you have formal training? How did you learn to do this? How did you learn to make great music like this?
I'll go first. I'm self-taught.
Wow.
I am. I actually didn't even start on guitar. I started on drums.
I did not know
Back
that.
when I was when I was a wee one, when you bang on furniture and things. And
Knee-high to a toadstool. Right?
absolutely, yeah, I banged on that toadstool. And my parents got me a drum kit and actually let me play in the basement, which God bless you. I don't know how you put up with it, but I started on drums and then moved to guitar, and back to drums and back to guitar, and that might have even happened one other time, but I settled on guitar. In all the bands in my high school days, I was playing guitar. So I've been playing it since high school. Had a bit of a hiatus for a while. Started to got married and did the family thing for a while. So I stopped playing for about 10 years, and now I've been back to playing for about, feels like it's somewhere between 15 and 20 years now that I've been back to playing.
Thank goodness.
But the thing is, if you play with really good people, it makes you play better. It makes you learn new things. It forces you to step up. And I'm so happy for everybody that I've been blessed to play with in this band and in the other current bands I play in and in previous bands. And I've gotten a couple of calls that I wasn't sure why I got the call or if I was up to the task, but you say yes and you figure it out. And that's been going on for a while now, and I'm really, really thankful for it. The people give me the opportunity to play and to learn and to keep getting better. Is what you try to do.
Cool. Thanks, Jeff. Hey, Mike, how about you?
Well, I'm the old guy in the band, and I'm proud of it. I'm a survivor, I guess you could call it, but there was one night in February in 1964 when I was 10 years old, and we turned on the Ed Sullivan Show, and there was these four guys called the Beatles.
Okay.
And when I saw them do what they did, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And so I started out as a bass player, and I played in a three-piece power band at the time, and we made up a lot of our own songs just because it was easier than learning the songs that were on the radio, and that's probably what started the songwriting in my life. And I went on to play acoustic music after that band, and I toured throughout the 70s. And since then, I've done 6 albums of my own music, and it's more Americana. It's all over the place. And I was playing guitar and lead guitar in that stuff. And then the Rhythm Surf Monkeys, we went to see them on their last CD release party before this album. And I was really attracted to them for several reasons. And one was there's Jeff and Tom again. And I said, well, these guys are, something's happening here for me anyways. And they had a female and a male singer, not the ones who are currently with us. And to me, they were a modern-day Jefferson Airplane. That's how, I think. And so when the bass player left, I seen there was something on it, and I was in the middle of mixing another album with the Mike Hamilton Band, and we were doing some overdubs with the keyboard player, and the phone rings, and it was Tom White, the drummer from this band. And I picked up the phone, and I saw his name and said, I've been waiting for you to call me. He said, well, you can blame my daughter on this. We were taking a walk, and we couldn't find a bass player, and I was going through stuff. I said, well, what about that guy? And so they called me, and they made me audition. That was just to keep my ego in check. And so I auditioned, and I got the job. And so once again, I'm playing with 2 of the people who had a really big influence in my life, even though we were probably together for one of the shortest times in a band together.
True.
And we've only done original music together, and we've recorded quite a bit together. So that's very natural for me, and I just enjoy it. So I'm here because I love these people and I love this music, and I believe in it. And I as I told Jim and anybody else who listened, when this album comes out, if somebody doesn't like it, they got rocks in their ears.
Yeah.
And it's proven me correct for this one time.
Well, like I said, we all think it's got something for everybody.
It does.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Well, that love definitely shows. Thanks, Mike, for that. And Jim, how about you?
I'm a campfire guitar player who got very lucky and has gotten surrounded by some very nice people that believe in some of the stuff I write. To me, guitar is still on the job training for me right now, self-taught.
Wow.
It helps me through my anxiety. Jeff's a big key in building confidence with me and everything, but Mike as well, I should add. But now I'm just, like I said, I've come to the table with a handful of songs and just lucked out meeting pros like these guys are. And again, I sometimes I wonder why I'm here with them, but I'm grateful that I am.
I'm grateful for all three of you tonight. So thanks for that, Jim. And thanks for all of you guys being here tonight. We've only scratched the surface, I think, of this album. I want to play this next song because there's a lot of weight in this song, I think. Paid My Dues. Tell me a little bit about the origin of that song.
That song is co-written by Kyle and then Tony Shudo, who's had a nice career.
Local guys had a nice career.
Yep. Spent about a decade with the Little River Band as well. Paid My Dues is a song that's about me. I went through a very difficult point in my life 15 years ago. You beat yourself up over some things that you shouldn't have beat yourself up over, but like everything else, you try to bring it around and you try to have a happy ending on it. It's you get kicked while you're down, and then you finally say enough, you brush the dirt off and you get up, and that's pretty much what Paid My Dues is about.
Shadows
91.1 WHFC, song from my artist spotlight tonight, the Rhythm Surf Monkeys, called Paid My Dues. I have three amazing members of the band here tonight. They're regaling me with inside stories about the music, about this newest body of work released called Speak No Evil. I have Jim Hiltz, I have Jeff Bober, and Mike Hamilton here. Stay with me. We're going to have our third and final segment of Fresh Tracks after the break. More with the Rhythm Surf Monkeys when we return.